Hi everyone, my name is Becca and welcome back to my channel. I have a progress report for you guys. I filmed my goals in 2018, the very beginning of the year. Here I am 6 months later with an update. So, yeah. So I did filmed an in-depth video where I talked about my 5 and 5, my 5 categories and 5 things in each category. Also at the beginning of the year. So this is just me seeing how well I did with that. I wanted to complete all of these by the end of the year. We're a little over 6 months in, and I just don't see it all happening now. So let's just talk about that. So the first category I had was movies, and so I talked about it in my in-depth video, how all of my movies that were wrapped in plastic. And if, the only way I knew if I actually watched it was if I unwrapped the plastic. Well, I didn't watch any of them. One of them is on Netflix though, so that's no excuse. But I had Stardust, again, plastic, Gone Girl, Desolation Smog, and Battle of the Five Armies, movies 2 and 3 in the Hobbit movie trilogy, and The Book Thief. Have not watched a single one. It's 6 months and I have not watched a single one. Again, this is on Netflix and I have not watched it. Okay, I can power watch these. I mean, I can watch all of these in a week. It's not that bad. Like, I can watch one a day, or watch one a week, or watch one a month. I do plan on watching these 2 in July because they kind of go with my theme for my birthday month. I like to have a theme that is just about something that I really love, even though I love books and I love everything, but I wanted to, we'll talk more about that in July when I talk about my TBR. But these just go along with my theme, so I'm planning on watching these in July, so that has to happen. Again, this is on Netflix. I should watch it this month, but we'll see. And in these 2, well, this one I just know I'm going to cry so hard, so I've just been very hesitant about picking this up. And in this one, it's just not one I normally gravitate towards, so that's why I haven't picked it up. But these 3 were no excuse, because these are ones I really want to watch, and this one again is on frickin' Netflix. Yeah. So I have not completed any of my movies for that category. Next up I have video games, because I've been very negligent about all my video games, and I only play the ones that I'm like really, really, really wanting to play. Though all of these are ones that I've been really wanting to play. And this one, Tales of Syria, I got really far in and then just quit. And now I'm replaying it, so it's going to take some time. I had started this one, didn't get very far, but I started it. So this was, I started it. So Tales of Syria, and I also started playing and completed Tales of Berseria, which is after, well, it's set before it, but it came out after this one, so really, no excuse. Darksiders 2. I love Darksiders 1. I didn't get that far, but I started playing this a long time ago. Final Fantasy 12, The Zodiac Age. This is a remastered version. It's like a remastered. I don't know exactly. Yeah. Remastered version of Final Fantasy 12 when that came out when I was like, I don't know, 13. I don't remember when it came out. But my favorite Final Fantasy game of all time is Final Fantasy X, and I remember starting to play this because I love 10 so much, and this was like the next game out after 10-2 or whatever, and I started to play this and I hated it. So it came out remastered like 10 or 12 years later, so I don't know how long it's been. I really have no idea. I should have done my homework. Final Fantasy IV, never played it, I've been meaning to. And then Uncharted, this is the Nathan Drake collection, but I just want to play one. That's all I want to play. So, because video games take so much longer than, you know, if I played one a month I could do it, but I don't know if I'd be able to. I thought Kingdom Hearts 3 was coming out this year. It's not. It's coming out next year, you know, in January. But, so, I could do it, maybe. Maybe. But, I don't anticipate doing it. So, I'm going to take these two off and focus on these three. If I can beat these three at the end of the year, I will, in my heart, I will have completed the challenge. I will have not completed it, because it has to be these 5. But in my heart, I will have completed it. If you guys can't tell, my phone keeps tilting up, so it keeps moving farther and farther and farther up. So I keep moving it down. Sorry about that, but there's nothing I can do about it. I've tried fixing it. So yeah, these 5 games, but I will only focus on the 3. But we'll see. I really want to play Uncharted 1. I'm like dying to play it. So, and then Final Fantasy IV. I mean, I could play Final Fantasy IV on my DS when I'm not, you know, when I'm like out of the house or something. So I really want to beat all 5, but again, I don't know. Let's go into anime next. Okay, so anime, I have 3 out of the 5. So I have Maid-sama, Inuyasha and Inuyasha the Final Act. These go together, so I'm only counting as one. Inuyasha is 167 episodes, and then the Final Act is 26 episodes. This also comes with all 4 movies as well. I have completed the entire anime in like high school. This, the Final Act, because the anime I never actually completed. Not truly. The Final Act is supposed to have completed it. I never watched it, and so I went out and bought these, you know, the minute I could, pretty much, because I was like, oh my god, I want to finish it. And I haven't done it yet, so I really want to. It is something I really want to do. Also, Fairy Tail. I have Collection 5, which is episodes 97 to 120. This is the next one I have to watch. And I also have the Phoenix Priestess, which is the movie that, you know, goes along with the anime. Here we go again. You guys can probably tell where right here, just, like, you can see it all right here, and then, like, I don't know, a couple minutes later, it's, like, you can't really see it well. Yeah, that's how you can tell. My phone just keeps going up. And I'm really, really getting upset. From what I have seen, when I bought this, this was like this was like the newest collection. There was no other collection out. And I can't remember when I bought this. I want to say it was like last year, or maybe a couple years ago. I don't know. I want to say it was last year. Like maybe the beginning of last year. And I believe Collection 6, 7, and 8 is out. I want to say. I'm not entirely sure. And there's another movie. Yeah. So, I just want to get through these. That's all. If I can get through these, I'm happy. We'll see about the rest of the anime. But I've also heard Fairy Tail goes downhill, like, maybe after 200 episodes, so I only have up to 120, so we'll see. The other 2 animes that I don't have physical copies of are Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, which I watch on Netflix. I have not yet watched that. And Sailor Moon Crystal, which I watch on Crunchyroll, and it's the only anime that I've actually started watching, because it's my favorite anime of all time, of course. So, I watched the first 2 seasons. There are currently, here we go, 3 seasons. And there's only like 13 episodes in each season. So, I was trying to complete season 3 by the end of this. But I have not even started season 3. Because I got hooked on another anime. Which has nothing to do with these 5. That's also my problem. I get hooked on something that has nothing to do with the 5. And it just, yeah. There it goes. I'm trying to do better. I really am. This is going to hold me accountable. So, yeah. Alright, the 4th category is TV shows. This is the only category where I can tell you I've actually done really well. So the only two that I have physical copies of are Outlander. I own season 1. I don't own the other 2 seasons. I really want to, but I have completed all of these, so that's completed. Outlander is completed. I only wanted to catch up until the next season comes out in September. So I have completed season 1, 2, and 3. So there, I'm complete. I'm happy. There it goes. Musketeers. I own season 1, 2, and 3. That's all of it. I own the whole completed series because they canceled it in season 3. I have not watched it yet. It's the only one I actually own. Well, other than Outlander, but I own the whole series and I have not watched it yet. But the other 3 here, are Supernatural. I thought I was on season 9 when I did this, did the in-depth video. I thought I was on season 9. I was actually on season 10. So, okay. So I watched the whole of season 10, season 11, season 12, and season 13 in 1 month. Wow, did it kill me. And, like, the month before that, I was watching it with my friend every time me and my best friend, Dee Dee, would hang out. We would mostly watch a ton of episodes of whatever season she was on. And I would just start watching it, and that would get me in the mood to watch what I needed to watch. So, thank you, Dee Dee, for that, because I've completed what I wanted to complete, and now I can go into season 14 and watch it week to week. That's what I want to do. I want to watch all these week to week. That's what I was trying to do. Gilmore Girls. I was on season 4 of my rewatch of the show. I believe it only goes up to season 7. So I have since completed all of that and A Year in the Life, which is what I wanted. That is it. All of the Gilmore Girls, that's done. There's no more. It's over. I was really not happy with the end of A Year in the Life just because it's over and they ended it in such a cliffhanger that, like, kind of really annoyed me. Even though I was like, yeah, but I'm like, nothing's gonna happen after that. Okay. I did not love A Year in the Life. I loved Gilmore Girls, of course, up till the end. I did not love A Year in the Life until the very final episode. That was the only episode I loved. And because I am a Rory and Logan shipper, it just wasn't the greatest. So yeah, I have completed all that. So, and then the last one I have is 13 Reasons Why. And as of yesterday, I've completed all of 13 Reasons Why. Wow. The only 2 seasons that are out. There is going to be a season 3. It just got renewed. So, yeah, I'm completed. So, out of the 5 TV shows, I have completed 4. Guys, I am so happy about that. This is all I have left in 6 months. Now, I also have a goal to binge watch 12 shows in the month, or 12 shows in the year. So 1 a month. I think there was 1 month where I just didn't watch anything. So I'm going to have to double up on 1 month. I don't know if I'm going to do that. I have a list of 12. Of course, the 5 of them were, ones the top 5 are the ones that I were telling you, but I do have a list of 7 more that I need to complete, and they're all, pretty easy. There is one that I'm going to take off and going to find another show. There is another show that I want to, so I'm just going to take that off and put the other show on there because I cannot watch that anymore. So, and I've also really lost interest in watching it. I don't want to. It was Elementary, by the way, guys. I love Sherlock Holmes, and I love any adaptation I can get of Sherlock Holmes. It's really annoying. And Elementary was really, really good. And I think I watched, up to season 5? I think I watched all the way, I watched the season finale of season 4. And then season 5, I just never ended up watching. I think it was just because I used to watch it week to week, and I think what happened is that Elementary, because it used to be on Sundays. I don't know. I think it's on Mondays now, but it used to be on Sundays. And Elementary and Madam Secretary were so hard to, because you had shows running past their time, like football or whatever. I'm not a sports fan, just to let you know. And so I would have to go on demand. So of course, I'd have to sit through commercials and all that, and I hate that. I fast forward all commercials. So it was just, so instead of like being 45 minutes, it would be an entire hour. And I always had other shows to watch. So Elementary just, yeah. And also Madam Secretary. Both of those I just fell off. And I love Madam Secretary. Now, here's the thing, Madam Secretary. It's on Netflix, so I can watch it. That's great. Elementary's on Hulu, and I don't even think they have season 5 now. And I'm not paying Amazon for each episode. Not gonna happen. I'm not buying them. Sorry. So I can't get on demand, and I can't get on Netflix. And season 6 started, but what I heard of season 6, like how it started, so the end of season 5, I'm not in the mood to watch it anyway. I'm done. I'm done. I was enjoying it up until that point. I'm done. So, and also, if I remember correctly, season 4, the end was just, no thank you. No. I'm not liking where this is going, so I'm done. So yeah, Elementary was the only one. So I'll just take that off and put another show. So, I don't know yet, but we'll see. Alright, the last category is my book series category. I have 5 book series that I need to complete by the end of the year. A few of these have been on this for way too long. But we're just gonna go into these. Here's the first one that you all know have been on this series I need to complete of the year. Every year for like, I don't know, 3-4 years? Yeah. And every time I say I'm going to reread them, because this is the only one I have not yet actually physically read. These 3 I have read, and I need to I need to reread them to get into Inheritance, because this is the end, and I need to find out exactly what happens at the end. Because it was supposed to end in Bersinger, and it didn't. It got, it got a whole nother book. And I believe this one's even larger than that one, if you can tell. Yeah, it seems larger. Okay. So I have read this one, reread them. Every year I say I'm going to reread these. I read this one, I reread this one, and I never continue on. This one, Eldest, I remember having such trouble with Eldest. So, this year I'm making this a big priority. Also, spoiler alert, this will probably be on my July TBR. Because it goes with the theme. So, I'm not saying I'm going to complete this, whole series in July. It's not gonna happen. But I would like to just go into Eldest and finish Eldest. If I can get to Bersinger, that would be great. But I just really want to complete Eldest. Please. That's all I want. I love this box set. I love Eragon. I remember loving Bersinger. Eldest was good in the beginning and the end, but the middle just dragged on so much, so I always had a whole lot of trouble with that book. But Bersinger I remember really loving, and Inheritance I never read. Ever. I do remember hearing from a teacher that we were reading these, all together, because we love this series, and, he noticed me reading them, and so we always talked, about the series, and he had finished Inheritance. And he said there was a lot that didn't need to be in it. So I'm afraid that I'm gonna, this one is gonna be a lot like this one. And they're pretty much the same size. Eragon and Bersinger are pretty short, and Eldest and Inheritance are pretty long. And it's like, why? Did you really need it? I don't know. So, I'm going to hopefully go into this one. Hopefully. I just want to finish this whole series by the end of the year. If I can do this one at least, I will have accomplished all that I want. Alright, so, the Seraphina duology. I've read Seraphina only once. I really want to reread it. I'm definitely rereading it so I can finally go into Shadowscale, which is the sequel and conclusion to the duology. Also, Test of the Road came out, which is a spin-off of of Seraphina's, like, sister. I'm pretty sure. I remember really liking this. So, I need to complete this duology by the end of the year. Just saying, all of these have to happen, but if I only get to the Inheritance Saga, that'll make me happy. A Spy in the House by Y.S. Lee. This is the first in a quartet. I read all these in high school too. A lot of these I read in high school. Like, at least, a few, not the whole series, obviously, but a lot of these I had started in high school and just, So, A Spy in the House, I remember absolutely loving when they had, like, the really kind of crappy covers. These covers are gorgeous, and when I found out they had these kind of covers, I immediately went out and bought them all. So, there is the first book, A Spy in the House, The Body at the Tower. The third book is The Traitor in the Tunnel, and then the final book is Rivals in the City. I have read, if I remember correctly, books 1, 2, and 3. Again, never got into 4. It's a trend. It really is. I never knew there was going to be a 4. Like, I was never made aware that it had come out. So, when I found out that it had actually come out, I wanted it badly. And then, of course, all these covers came out, and I wanted them badly. So I went out and bought them all. So I have them all. I'm definitely going to read them. It's going to happen. Daughter of Smoke and Bone by Laini Taylor. The trilogy. Guess what, guys? The trilogy is Daughter of Smoke and Bone, Days of Blood and Starlight, and Dreams of Gods and Monsters. That's the whole trilogy. There's also a novella, Night of Kick and Puppets, which follows Susanna and Mick. And I love them. So, I've actually completed this trilogy. If you've been following me on my channel for, a little while, I have finally completed this trilogy. So, this is done. I don't have to worry about this anymore. This is done. Thank God. And then the final one is the Tiger's Curse series. There's Tiger's Curse, Tiger's Quest, Tiger's Voyage, Tiger's Destiny, and what's that last one? I found out there was a last one to come out, and I can't remember what the name of it is. Tiger's Promise? No. Is it? No. I don't remember exactly, but I don't have it. And I don't believe there's a paperback version of it, at least in the US anywhere, I don't think. It was all, like, coming out in ebook, so I have to buy the ebook of it. And I'm like, really? I would like to just have it to complete. I have read Tiger's Curse before. I have read Tiger's Quest. Never continued on after that because I did not like where anything was going. But I need to complete this. And I needed to complete it when I thought Tiger's Destiny was the last one. Who knows? It might still be the last one and that other one is like a prequel or something. I don't know, but it said it was the conclusion, so we'll see. But yeah, this is all of that. So, I know this is a very long, I'm sorry. Out of the 5 categories, I have only really made progress in 1 category. 2 categories. One, I have completed 4 out of the 5, which is amazing. I'm loving that. And in another category, I've completed 1 of the 5, which is fine. It's good. Okay. The other ones, though, need to happen. I need to get cracking on those. We shall see what happens at the end of the year. I will make a, video, saying how well I did at the end of the year, and I'm hoping I could say I completed everything, I am the best, and I completed everything, and I'm happy. Do I actually foresee that coming? No. I don't foresee that happening. We'll see, though. I mean, I think I'll do well in most categories, but I think there will be a category, video games, just saying, where I am very slow at playing video games. I like to take my time, and there are, times where I'm not very good at, playing most of the games. I do my best, and You know, one of my best friends is very, very good at playing video games, and he can beat a game in like a couple of days if he puts his mind to it. You know, for me, it doesn't happen. That game will take me probably a few weeks, if not a few months. So I'm hoping that I can just focus on one game a month, and I would be very happy. There is a game that I want to start playing right away. I'm not going to tell you what it is, just in case it doesn't happen. But I'm just hoping it happens. So yeah, that is it for me today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you again with another video. Bye. Happy reading.